Hey folks, Coach Jeff here with another Pro Hockey breakdown for you this morning. What we're going to look at is defensive zone coverage. So looking at your positioning on the defensive side of the ice, we're going to look at it from the individual player's perspective and from the team's perspective as a whole unit, and break it down as far as what areas of the ice you're supposed to be covering, how you move around the ice in reaction to where the puck is. And so we'll just get going right here. First things first, let's go ahead and take a look at where you should be positioned on the ice on the defensive side. So you'll see after a face-off, if the puck is coming towards the defensive zone, that the players start to take on a defensive zone organization. And in this formation, you'll see that each player has a particular spot on the ice that they're responsible for covering. And so if you take a look at the left wing first, the wing should basically be playing out towards the blue line and perhaps even over the blue line if needed, if the puck squirts over there, and certainly to provide pressure on any of the other players as they're entering the zone. Furthermore, if the puck is in their defensive zone, he can play all the way down to the hash marks and over towards the mid-ice area. And so this zone really is that left winger's responsibility. The same then is true, of course, if that player is a right winger. It's just on the opposite side of the ice, but really maintaining that same area of coverage. The center will be covering the center portion of the ice. That makes sense. In that slot area, that high and low slot area, even as far out to the blue line if needed, and certainly behind the goal if the puck goes behind the goal in that region. Now, it's worth taking just a quick minute to acknowledge that these areas of coverage are general representations of a concept, and certainly as plays evolve, other things can happen. We're going to get into that a little bit towards the end of this video, and I have another video dedicated to defensive zone switches that would be important to look at in terms of making sure that if one player moves out of their position, that another player is covering or aware of that switch and making that switch happen. Defensemen are taking care of the area of the ice below the hash marks, into the low slot area behind the net, certainly below the goal line. And of course, if you're playing on the right or the left, it doesn't matter as long as you stay in your half of the ice. So of course the right defense is taking care of that same area, but on the opposite side. So let's go ahead and look at what happens when the puck moves around the ice. We're going to start by seeing the puck over on the left side about to enter the zone. And let's just back up there, because what you'll see is the motion of the players sliding over to provide support, but they're not completely leaving their area or their primary area of responsibility. They've drifted over and are providing some support, but they're not completely giving up on their zone of responsibility. Likewise then, as the puck moves to the other side of the ice, you'll see the same thing happen. There's a primary player who's going after that puck because it's in their region, and everybody else is sliding over to offer support, but not completely giving up on their main area of responsibility. Now you'll see if the puck comes down to the goal line on the left side, players are reacting. The defenseman is taking primary responsibility, but you'll also see the players in their other areas drifting over to provide support. Good to note here that when the puck is on the left side of the ice, down below the goal line, the left winger is protecting that blue line, because it's not uncommon for that puck to make its way up the boards, and he needs to be ready at that moment to either take on the defensive player who's in the offensive zone, or to carry the puck up the boards in a breakout formation. So looking again now, as the puck goes below the net, there's going to be movement to cover that area. And what you'll see is that the center slides out into the slot, the defenseman comes in closer to the goal. The opposite defenseman is actually in a position where if the puck tries to come out below the goal on the other side, that they can trap that and gain control of the puck. And in this case, you'll see that it does squirt over that way, and so the team reacts towards the puck being in the opposite lower corner. Again, you'll see people are maintaining their general orientation and position, and they're staying in their zones of responsibility. The puck comes out towards the blue line. As we were talking about on the other side, there's that right winger ready to go ahead and take control of the puck. Now, I just want to take as an example, if the puck's in the middle, what happens? Well, one thing you don't want to have happen is this. Okay, if everybody goes after the puck, then you've left some massive holes on the ice that are left uncovered, and it's just not really good, efficient use of everyone's positioning. So what should happen instead? Let's get everyone back in their positions. There should be one person going in after it, and there should be communication, and everyone should be aware that that's happening so that not everybody goes in at the same time. So in this case, the left wing decides to crash in on the puck, which would then cause some shifting to happen. And in this case, you'll see, because the left wing has left their post, the defenseman on that left side might go up to cover that area, and the center might slide out into the area that's being covered by that was covered by the defenseman. This is just an idea of what could happen. If the puck slides out into the low corner, you'll see some shifting again. And one thing that's important to remember, and what you'll see happening on this side of the ice, is that there's communication and awareness of the players moving, and they're shifting back and forth to cover each other's positions. So I'm just going to kind of scroll back. You'll see that when the puck was in the middle and when the left winger decided that that was their chance to get after it, the defenseman came up to cover for the left winger right there. And then as soon as the puck moves out into another area of the ice, they recover, and you'll see the left wing go back to their primary position and the left D go back to their primary position. So that takes communication and awareness to make that switch and then recover after the switch when they can do so. So now you have the puck below the goal line on the other side, and you'll see people sliding into position. And that just about does it for the formations that we have here in the video today. I want you to go take a look at the Amoeba defense video that I just released. If you hadn't done so already, that has a lot of good information about, why this defensive strategy works in terms of covering different areas but being ready to attack if the puck happens to go back into your zone. And just to round things out in the last few seconds here, let's just go ahead and watch this in real time so you can see the motion happening in real time as the puck moves around. You can see again how this is kind of like that amoeba type defense we talked about in that other video, and you can see how people are kind of collapsing on the puck, but not completely. They're just supporting the puck and staying in their zone of responsibility while they do so. And you'll see that occasionally, if it needs to happen, there might be some switches that occur, and there's communication between the players to know when those switches are happening so that they don't leave an exposed area of the ice open. You're not going to see bunching like this. That's the wrong thing to do. What you want to see instead is that one player comes in and lets the others know that they're moving in, so that there can be some shifting and adjusting so that the amoeba never really has any area of the ice uncovered. And it ends, of course, right here with some sliding over into that last corner. So hope you liked the video. Watch it over and over again. Think about this video when you're on the ice and actually going through your drills and playing in your games, and come back and watch it and say, compare how you played and how you think your team played as a unit compared to what we talked about in this video. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed it, and look out for the next video. You can subscribe so you stay on top of all the new videos that are coming out during the off season and during the season. Thanks a bunch.
No matter how hard you try, you can't stop us now. No matter